Hello, and welcome to the first episode of anything ever on this channel. I'm Simon, and welcome to the first episode of my series from City Skylines, which is called Rajecьski kraj. Um, it's a series in City Skylines where I try to build and to recreate a like a city, like a small city of around uh, like real life 50,000 people in City Skylines, and it's supposed to be based on the like Mediterranean or Adriatic coast cities like Rijeka or Pula, and I wanted this to be as real as possible, which meant that I couldn't build my map on myself on my own because I'm not a good mapper. I'm totally not. I mean, I I'm really bad at doing the terrain and stuff. So what I did is I downloaded a map from Steam Workshop and I just polished it. This particular map a is a map that is based on the city of Trieste in Italy, and it's a really good map. I really like it, but its problem, as you could see on the very beginning, it had some, blocky coast, and I had to polish it. I'm also uh, reworking some things, here and there, polishing it all. I'm just not good at, doing the basic terrain or like the uh, very first, like the layout of the map itself. That's why I did that. So in this episode, as you can see, it's a time lapse of me actually polishing the map on its own, and the very first episode that will be like me actually trying to build stuff in there would be the next one. Now I would like to talk about the fact that the the imagery, the video that you see is a bit darker, you might see. That's because I'm doing this in editor. No, I'm not doing it in the actual game. That's why I can't use some of the modes that would just brighten it up and make it look better. That's what I'm doing. And I also really wanted to, implement or add this bridge by Bisquickelhausen. He's an awesome, really awesome modder, and this Bay Bridge. Oh God, it's a really good structure, and I so much wanted it in there, but no, it didn't turn out well. So it's not going to be there. Well, maybe will be, but not in the map itself, because as you can see, the it's just too deep. The valley is just too deep. I mean, I couldn't fit the bridge in there, that concrete structure would not be seen. So that's that's why it isn't there. Now I would like to talk about a bit why is it called Rajecьski kraj. I got this idea like 2 weeks ago because I wanted to do a channel about building stuff in city skylines, but I didn't know like what topic, what theme would it be. And 2 weeks ago, I've been on my holiday with my family in Croatia, actually really near Rijeka. Actually, I was on a trip into Rijeka, and I was just, oh my god, that's it, because all the people like you see on the internet, Trick Toaster, Flux, Beast Quickloud, and they're like building mostly American cities, and that's because of what I think that the city skylines, the way it works, just makes you want to uh, really build that, grid-based cities, but and not these like historical cities. It's just not really common, And when people actually build cities like this, like European cities, it's most like, I don't know, London or Paris, but not really some Adriatic coast, because I want this to be not only this like small city of 50,000 people, but also like the villages around, to make it more real, because people always like build just the city and nothing around it, and that's what I want to change. I want to build the city and part of small villages, connected with some public transportation that, unlike American public transportation, actually makes sense. And so I wanted to build some trains, some subway, some bus. I really wanted it to be really real life looking, like if it was actually in Croatia or somewhere. So most of the buses, yeah, most of the buses. Not really some subway or tram. Most of the buses, maybe some train line like connecting the, like bigger cities, but not much of monorails. No, totally not. Maybe a few ferry lines and some, yeah, some ferry lines. Now, as you can see, this is my second attempt to somehow manage to fit in the Bay Bridge, but no, again, it didn't turn out very well. Now, what I really forgot when I started recording this, I forgot about two modes that I totally wanted to have there. The first one is that's allowing you to build tunnels in the editor, which you can't. I have no idea why, but apparently you can't. Well, you could see me like building them, but they're broken as hell. Like you could see me that I left some unconnected pieces because it's just broken. Okay, and this mode like fixes it all. Because the force tunnel from the anarchy road mode, it just doesn't work very well in the editor. So, well, I mean, I will not download it now because the map is already finished. But just a little reminder for me when I want to, customize maps in the future. And the second one is the topographic line tool, which adds a button to show topographic lines just the same when you see them, like when you have the terrain options, and it would really help me to build roads because I want them to go in like in the same height. So and I forgot about it. So you could really see me really really often like looking, and polishing some stuff, because I didn't see like in the whole green stuff, like where the hills are, where the valleys are. It was really messy. So again, I have to like download this because also in the future I would really need this mod. Now, also I want to talk about the fact that I would really like to build some big cities, with lots of detail, like Fluxtrans or Strict Toaster or $2.20 is doing. By the way, I made an intro into the $2.20 intro competition. So, I mean, I hope I would, but I don't really think that I win. I mean, like, it's not bad, but I really think that there will be some people that will do it better than me. But back to what I was saying. Um, I really wanted to build like a big city, with lots of details, but I can't. And one of the reasons why is that my computer isn't actually able to to have really lots of props, lots of details, lots of custom buildings, and not shut it down because I ran out of RAM memory. That's my biggest problem, you know. Like half a year ago or a year ago, I what was it like? Once I was really lazy to like download some modes because I had to reinstall it because of some things, and I wanted to like have some modes, of course, you know, and I was really lazy like with downloading all the stuff, so I just downloaded the Flux's mod pack from Rhinestone Island, and it didn't turn out very well. Like the mod pack itself is really good. I just have to recommend it for you. But the problem is that there are over, I think, 2,000 props and mods. You know, like 1,800 or something like this, like a really large number. And it was really often that I ran out of RAM, and the game just crashed. Like it just crashed, and I couldn't like build anything with that. So that's why my cities will not be that, well, first that big, and secondly that much detailed. I want to add some detail, like I really do, like I don't know, polishing the terrain, you know, adding some nice stuff, but not really like what you can see, like for example, Fluxtrans is doing now in his oh my god, how's it called? Avalon City. Like he is like on every street there's like 50 million benches. No, sorry, my computer cannot handle that. So that is why I can't have as much detail. I have only 8 gigabytes or gigabytes, I don't know now, of RAM. I think it's gigabytes, but that might seem as like I would call it average, like average, yeah. And also because lots of these people are doing like really nice, but then some cities could, you know, be like not working like that. The traffic is, you know, not really doing good. I'm not saying that they're bad. They're really doing a great job, and I have to recommend them all. But I want it to be like a really working city, you know. All in all, I want this to be a really, really working city. And I think we're at the end of this video. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.